Good evening and welcome to Feel Good Talk Love 101. I'm your host, Charles Breaker, along with the host of Love 101, my man, Naeem Najib. What's going on, brother? How you doing tonight?
Hey, Charles, I'm well. How are you? How's everybody?
Hey, I'm doing great, man. I can't complain. Hey, listen, before we get started, we're going to go right into commercial, and then we're going to come right back. And if whoever don't know and you haven't, this may be your first time seeing the show. Our sponsor today is the Love Game, but this is the new commercial that we do have for the Love Game. So check it out. And again, that is the A Game. If you want your free sample of the A Game, give me a call at 302-723-2836. Again, 302-723-2836. I have a few samples left, so give me a call, and I'll get that out to you right away. All right. What's going on, brother? What is the topic for tonight? I think it's been this way for about, a month now? The topic's been this way for about a month.
About 2 months.
I'll let you talk. I'll let you tell them. I'll let you.
Yeah, it's been almost 2 months now.
2 months. Well, see, that's old age setting in. You know what I'm saying? So,
oh, you got it. You just got to stay on your A game. That's all, Charles.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
You're on it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we talking about what y'all want to talk about. So, whatever the questions you have about relationships, please ask the Love Doctor. I apparently am the Love Doctor, so ask me. And Charles, and I'll have questions for you all as well. So it's an open conversation.
And also, you inherited that name, Naeem, because first you didn't like that name. Now they done said it so much, like, fuck it, I'll take it.
Yes. At first I didn't receive it. Then I'm like, fine, if y'all would listen to me like how people listen to regular doctors when they prescribe certain things, then you'd see a change in your relationships. Trust me, because I got a whole lot of prescriptions to share, a whole lot of whole lot of advice and such. And more importantly, though, is not just from me; it's the universal principles. The place I'm coming from is a place of universal truth principles, meaning principles that work in every relationship with every person every time. So regardless of the kind of relationship, platonic, romantic, family, work, career, whatever, it's all the same. And since we're talking about love, doctor, what is love? That's the first question, which I have an online course about that as well. What is love? It's the online course. It takes only an hour for you to finish it. It's a mini course, and it just answers the question in great detail about what love is and what it's not. Sometimes it's more helpful to know what something is not before you can talk about what it is, because we all have our own ideas of what we think love is, but then an idea of a feeling of something is different than actually what it is. And also, I don't think I'm able to read the comments and stuff on the side today, Charles. So if you could pull them up whenever they come up, we'll just go for that. Let's see. Izzy says, hello, Naeem and Chuck. Hey, Izzy, thanks for joining. Nice commercial. See, I told you they like the new commercial. And he says, hey, Breon Nichols. And Breon says, what's up? All right. So, great. So let's talk about what love is not real quick. And I know there's a little delay, so I'm taking questions, whatever questions y'all have, share them. And also, I might come out with some questions too. So what is love not? Based on the universal principles that we talk about here at Love 101, love is not fear. And so that means love is not fear or abuse or anxiety or attack or anger. Going down the list, FACTS. So What's the F that love is not? It is not fear. What's the A that love is not? It is not abuse or anger. What is the C that love is not? It is not conflict or confusion. What is the T that love is not? Is not trauma. All right. It's not tricks. It's not trauma. And what is the S that love is not? It's not separation and specialness, believing that you are more important or somehow better than someone else for whatever reason. We're all equal. So those are the facts of what love is not. It is not fear. It is not attack or anger. It's not conflict, trauma, or separation. And that means separation in your heart space, not just physical separation. We already know with social distancing, we're all being physically separate, but safety, which is love, to keep each other safe. But it's talking about when you're in a whether you're physically or not physically close to someone, but your mindset in your heart, you feel disconnected and separate from them. You feel conflict with them. You feel anger towards them. All the other facts, right? You feel fear. You feel like you can't be yourself. So now that we talked about love, what love is not, what is love? Charles, let's use the facts again. FACTS.
You want me to go ahead and break it down?
Yes, sir.
All right. The F stands for freedom. The A is appreciation. C is communication. T is trust, and the S is sincerity. So there you have it.
There you go. That's the truth. You got it. In every relationship, doesn't matter if it's a relative, a friend, a family member, a spouse. Do you feel free to express yourself, to be who you are? Do you feel appreciation and are you appreciating them? Are you communicating? Do you trust? And are you sincere? Say what you mean what you say. Right? That's what we're talking about here. So
that's right.
Out there?
No comments so far. Not yet. But wait, we might have one in the back here. Oh yeah, Shannon Joy. What's going on, Shannon? Thanks for tuning in. She says, my question is something I saw on Twitter. Not me. This woman said this. Cheating is literally a form of abuse, and once more people see it that way, we will be better off. People grieve it like a death. I can't even see, man. I'm so sorry. It eclipsed the level of trauma in the brain. It is not something to be taken lightly just because it's frequent. What do you think is the truth? So she said the question was, she said, cheating is literally a form of abuse, and once more people see it that way, we will be better off.
Well, that's thank you for that sharing that comment from Twitter. And let me ask everybody in the audience, do you have the name of a good podiatrist? Because I'm about to step on your toes. All right.
She said this is the question. This question is not mine. So
yes, yeah, I got that. So I'm just saying it's gonna step on a lot of toes out here. Just get your podiatrist or orthopedics, get them on speed dial, because bear with me here. The truth is, based on the truth of what we just said about what love is, what that statement is cheating is abuse. Let me say this. Let's ask it with questions then, because making blanket statements like that without also defining what you're talking about, that can be harmful. That can be misleading. Because what is cheating? What kind of relationship are we talking about? What exactly does it mean? Now, whatever it means, unless you're suffering some kind of physical abuse where someone is physically abusing you or hurting you in some way, or affecting your lifestyle in a measurable, direct way from their cheating, then what's happening is the story you're telling yourself about it. If you're feeling grief, you're feeling like you suffered a death. My question is, does every single person that's ever been cheated on in the history of human kind ever feel that way? If the answer is no, not everybody feels that way in every situation, every time, then what you're talking about is an individual experience and not a universal principle. And that is not my domain. That is not my jam. Talking about opinions and your personal experience about how this went and didn't go and should have went. Listen, your relationship is your vehicle. You have to decide where you want that thing to go and how you are going to direct it. But if you don't have a principle and a purpose behind it, then you will most definitely hurt yourself. And mind you, I said hurt yourself, not get hurt by someone else. Because we're always blaming our feelings when they go the way of upset and fear and grief on somebody else, like they did it to us. The only type of pain that you can, the only type of pain that someone else can actually do to you is physical pain. The emotional pain, that comes from your perception of it. That's coming from the story you're telling yourself around it. There's a game that I play in the other group that I have. It's called This Is Good Because. And it basically goes like, whatever you think is bad going on, you start with, this is good because. And then you make up a reason why it's good. So this person cheated on you, and you would say, well, that's good because. And then I'm gonna just give an example here, right? For what someone could say. It's because in our sexually exclusive monogamous union, we made a decision together and had a conversation up front that we were going to be sexually exclusive. And then I found out that that was not the case. And this person decided to have sex with someone else outside of our relationship, after agreeing that that's what they're not going to do, and they lied about it and being deceitful. And I don't like to be around deceitful people, so at least that was a way of them exposing that deceit to me, and that's good because now I know I don't want to. That's someone that I want to be around, someone who's being deceitful, right? That's another way of reframing it. But again, you notice how I was very specific. I said that the people in my example were in a sexually exclusive monogamous relationship in which they up front talked about that. That's what it is. Because a lot of times, this is not what happens. Monogamy and sexual exclusivity is assumed and never spoken about between the people. It's just like, oh, we're together, we're having sex, so that means we're only having sex with each other. Doesn't necessarily mean that's the case in every situation, and it's at least worth a conversation. And I have a book for that. It's called Beyond 50 Shades, A Guide for Healthy Sexual Communication. So check it out. It's worth the check out. Any questions or comments up to this point? I don't know if we have any comments yet.
We have people talking to people. Izzy says, hello, hello, Mary Spells Wagner. Thank you for tuning in. So that's the only thing we have there. So
okay.
Nothing
any
yet.
Other questions? Anybody have any other questions? We have something in the chat here. HT Lovejoy here on vacation says adults exercising their freedom. How about that? And I guess this is a good time to say, I guess I'll do it in the infomercial style. Do you want to know something that will help you have relief in all of your relationships with every person ever? There's one thing that you should learn, that if you know it, and you know it without a doubt, then it will alleviate so much pressure. So much pressure for what? So much pressure that comes with the expectations of relationships, with what should happen. So much pressure that comes with how you should show up, with how other people are feeling. Everything in your life could get so much easier. Your relationships with people can be so much easier. You just realize this one simple fact, this one simple truth that many and most fail to realize. Do you want to know what that one simple truth is? Make your life easier.
What's that?
I can't tell you. You got to pay $5.99 first. But actually, I'm gonna tell you because it's important, and I'm gonna tell you again and again. Study and understand human nature. All right. This is the thing. Human nature. All of this stuff that we get all up in arms about is human nature. It's human nature to cheat. It's human nature. Again, get your podiatrist on the phone. It's human nature to lie. It's human nature to steal. If there's one human being out here listening that has never lied or stolen before in their entire life, meaning I'm talking to adults here, please raise your deceitful hand now, because you would be lying right now, trying to talk about that that's true. It's not. It's not. I'm just telling you, just keep your hand down, because we already know you lie. So it's human nature, all right? When you start getting into right and wrong and good and bad, that's not what we're talking about. Not talking about that. Talking about, look at this like a scientist. Look at the nature of human beings. Are human beings, here's a question. Say you visited from another planet. Just imagine you're a scientist from another planet and watching and observing human behavior in relationships. And then even from a little child, in your observation, do you recognize that even from a young age, human children don't like to, even if they did something they weren't supposed to do, they will lie about it? Do you notice that? That they'll try to find a way to wiggle out of it? That you'll tell them, listen, don't touch that right there, that right there, we'll put it right here. And then you turn around and they're like, touch it.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you notice that? Come on, scientists. Do you notice that humans from a very early age learn how to lie, how to cheat, how to steal, how to get what they want, how to use all types of means, how to throw temper tantrums, how to deceive? That human beings do these things, and that all the laws that are set up in human societies are basically against stuff that are already human nature. I mean, why is there a penalty for stealing? Because that's what people are gonna do. If it wasn't in our nature to steal, why would there be a law against it? Is there a law against where's the law that says, don't give all the money in your pocket away to a stranger at will? Don't do that. Whenever you want to, just whatever money you have in your pocket, if you give it away to somebody, you're going to jail, right? We're going to bring you up on charges. But there's a law against going in somebody else's pocket and taking their money, right? Because that's our nature. And whether we got to tell a story, swindle, do some kind of, even if we go legitimate and try to sell something of value to get that money from the other person, whether it's legitimate, illegitimate, that's what we do. But it's not often you're going to hear about a human being just taking all the money out of their pocket and giving it away. No laws against that. So if you're looking for answers, look no further than your own human experience. Look no further than the mirror. All right. And I'm not saying that it's bad or wrong. Listen, human beings have stolen other human beings. And literally, if those human beings who were enslaved by other human beings leave and honor their freedom, say, I don't want to be here anymore, their laws that are set up by those human beings say that they stole their property. They stole themselves. All right. You stole my property. For what? You're my property. You stole yourself away, right? And that's insane. But human beings do these things. All right. So before we get all emotional and up in arms about how humans behave, I think it's important to actually point out and say that, it's pretty consistent across the board. A lot of relationships don't go the way that we set them up to go, because here's another principle. I'm gonna give us 5 seconds of dramatic effect. You cannot fight nature and win. That's the 5 more seconds. You can't fight nature and win. All right, your human nature. You don't fight nature and win. Okay, you need to understand how it works first. Because to say that I'm going to be in a relationship with a human being that's honest and never told a lie. We went through this in another show about trust. And if someone introduced themselves, I'll just paraphrase. Someone introduced said, hey, My name's Joe, and I've never told a lie. I've never stolen. I've always arrived on time. I've never had a debt. I've answered every phone call, text, and email. I always do what I say I'm going to do, and I finish everything on time, and everybody's happy with me in their life. Would you believe that person? You would not believe them.
I don't know. I'm just joking. Nah, I wouldn't believe it.
Like they was just born like 1 second ago, maybe, because they didn't have a chance. but yeah, it's human nature, everybody. So if before we get all up in arms about the human nature, let's realize that that's what it is. And now, if you want to now set up your relationship to be on that side of love, which is freedom, appreciation, communication, trust, sincerity, you're capable of doing that. Just know that don't expect that from anybody, because nobody owes you that. Nobody owes you anything. Nobody owes you love. Nobody owes you appreciation. Nobody owes you the truth. Nobody owes you anything. And also, we talk about people lying to us and cheating on us and stealing from us like they owed us that. Like they owed us the truth. They owed us, like, we feel offended. And that whole, oh, I'm grieving, I'm this and that. And it's like, okay, I get it. And now that you know better, you know, you set yourself up to to believe that, okay, human beings are going to be other than human beings. Don't do that anymore. Just be the best that you can be, and don't expect anything from anyone. And before, we think, oh, why are you setting the bar so low? It's like, no. Expectations are premeditated grievances. Don't have them, period. It's like, well, should we lower our expectations? Like, no, you should eliminate all expectations. No, I don't have any expectations for anybody whatsoever. And that will alleviate a lot of pressure and stress in your life as well. And that way, you also get to appreciate when someone does show up, when someone does offer you their time, energy, presence, when someone does honor the commitment that you've made together. Every day, you get to honor each other in every way you want to, because you're free and they're free and they don't owe you anything. And I think it's just better. I don't hear people talking about relationships like that. Like, it's human nature, y'all. You don't need therapy. You need to recognize that people are this way. And if you want to, if you don't check yourself, you'll be that way too. Which is what? Lying, deceitful, all that stuff, stealing, all that. That's what people do. So I don't know what else to say about that. Actually, I do. It's human nature.
Right. And that's where the communication comes into play too. You know what I mean? So if you're going to be out there doing whatever, you need to communicate that to your partner, let them know what's up. And I think a lot of times that's where the confusion comes in at, where you have people that are not communicating and truthful with the communication. And I think that holds a lot of weight there as far as, whether or not, it will be accepted or taken in better, instead of all that conflict and stuff. So,
Yeah. We it's about creating a safe space for people to show up. And I want everybody to know that this place here is Feel Good Talk Level 1. It is a safe space for you to show up and share your questions and comments. And that question that was posed about, it was it wasn't a question, but it was basically a statement about, it said cheating is literally, let me read it in a different. Cheating is literally a form of abuse, and once more people see it that way, we'll be better off. People grieve it like that, and so and so. And it elicits trauma in the brain, and like, all right, now you're getting into things that you're not qualified to talk about. So what happens is, there's not a direct cause and effect relationship between cheating and trauma. That's what I want to get clear. Because if that's the case, then every time someone cheated, then there would be trauma. That's not the case. What happens is, as you said with the communication, Charles, people are really responding to is their expectations and their scripts not being fulfilled. Whether they made them clear or not, it's because they are not being fulfilled. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
All right. Any more comments or concerns out there? Let's see what we got going on here. Boom, boom. Let's see. We don't have anything in the back or anything, but again, this is our Feel Good Talk Love 101. Thanks for tuning in. We definitely appreciate it. We're discussing the universal principles of love. So while Naeem is okay, well, here he comes back. I was going to show something else, but we'll stay right here. What's up, brother? You back?
It's like human beings just walk away and come back without
Yeah. So yeah, I was actually looking up some stuff, and I had some interesting. I had, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 5 statements I read as far as I guess the myths of what love is. But I'm gonna break them down, and maybe we can go over some of these, Naeem. I had this one that says love is a 50-50 partnership. I don't know what we're gonna.
You want to go for that right now?
Yeah, let's go for it. I'm gonna read each one and we'll go for them. It's 5 of them in here, so
yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's start with that. Love is a 50-50 partnership.
Right.
All right. So that sounds like a business. That sounds like somebody that set up a corporation. It's like we're partners that have 50-50 share.
Right.
That's what that sounds like. Now, can you do business in love, meaning in freedom, appreciation, communication, trust, sincerity, and it be a 50-50 partnership? Yes. Is love a 50-50 partnership by the definition we're using? No, it's not. Love is our freedom, appreciation, communication, trust, sincerity, and from there you can have a partnership. But a partnership is not love, because love cannot be threatened. But can a partnership be threatened? Yes, it can. So therefore, partnership cannot be love. It can be loving, but it is not in and of itself love. That's like saying water is this cup. I got a cup here. So here's a cup. I'm like, water is this cup. I'm like, no. This cup can hold water, but the cup in and of itself is just a cup. A partnership is just a partnership. That 50-50 partnership can be hateful, can be deceitful, can be all kinds of conflict, all that going on in that partnership. So you don't have to, you could put water in this cup, or you could put gasoline in this cup and drink it. Either way, the cup is just a cup. The partnership is just a partnership. It doesn't mean anything. It's the love that means everything. Okay. Next.
All right. Next up, loving someone means never letting go.
Why wouldn't you let go? You got carpal tunnel or something? What's going on? I don't understand. But letting go of what is the question?
I guess letting go of that person, or I guess the person or the love for that person. I don't know. This is something I picked.
What if only one person has that position about love, and then the other person says, I don't want to be together anymore, and they're like, oh no, I'm never gonna let you go. It's like, no, please let me go. It's like, no, I'm never gonna let you go. It's like, okay, no, I'm serious, like, let me go, I want to go. No, I'm not gonna let you go, I love you. And now order protection.
Right, exactly.
And it's that love. No. So let's
all right, here we go. Being loved cures loneliness.
It says being in love cures loneliness. That's what that said.
Being loved cures.
Well, here's the thing. Here's a question, everybody. Can you be loved by one or many and not know it? Simply not know it, not be aware of it. Yes or no? And meaning many people who are offering you freedom, appreciation, communication, trust, sincerity. You may not receive it. You may not know it. And usually when we're talking about this, and that's the problem when there's general statements like this that aren't specific, it leaves the mind to wander. So I have to make up my own idea of what it means from this person's comment to be loved, and what loneliness means. Because a lot of times people think loneliness means another person's body is not in the same space as you. And we know that you can, just like we're together right now, Charles, and everybody listening, I don't feel lonely. Even though I'm in here by myself, I don't feel lonely.
Right.
And my question is, have you ever been around other people, like literally around you, but you felt alone?
Yes, sir.
Right? It's possible, and we've all experienced it, most likely. And that's really not a great feeling when there's people around and you just feel alone. Why do you feel alone? Because you don't feel like you can relate. You feel like if you open your mouth and speak, you're going to be attacked. You feel like you can't express yourself fully or genuinely. You feel like you're going to be misunderstood or judged. That's lonely. Being loved doesn't make you feel unlonely. It's loving. Being loving helps you to not feel that way, because when you're loving, you're actively expressing, whether you're going out and expressing it or you're just thinking appreciative thoughts in your mind. You don't feel lonely when you think that way. You feel lonely when you think that you're separate. And what's the S in fear? Separation. So there we go.
Hey, next question. Well, next statement. True love knows no bounds.
Okay. True love knows no bounds. I'll say this: the principle is love is unlimited. But when you're talking about the unlimited that I'm talking about, it has nothing to do with the form of how you're expressing it. Right? You can express love in whatever way. But if someone has a boundary and they say, okay, I love you, I'm not gonna let you go, and you're like, okay, I love you too, but let me go. Love wouldn't be like, no, I love you, I can't let you go. Love would say, okay, you want me to let you go? Like if I'm holding you, if I'm hugging you, okay, let me go, I'm gonna let you go. Or I don't want to have sex with you. Love would say, okay, not gonna attempt that. Love, if someone says, I don't want to talk to you anymore, so love would respect that. Say, okay, I won't reach out and try to talk to you, etc. So I'm talking about boundaries. I understood they said that love knows no bounds. I'm just being very specific and saying that you can love in many different ways, but love would not violate another's boundary just because it knows no bounds itself, if that makes sense. So yeah.
All right, and we have one more. Love is blind.
Can we get it one of the CNI sticks or CNI dog at least? Because I don't know how that's gonna. I know what they mean. I hope I know what they mean. So this is what I think they mean, and I could be wrong, and I'm open to correction. If they mean love does not see the differences among people, and it would express love to them regardless of their financial state, their physical state, their age, that would be a more accurate way of saying it. But the whole blind thing, like, who wants to be blind? Like, come on. Like, even when you're losing your eyesight and you're like, oh, I gotta squint to see, you're like, oh yay, this is love, I can't see anything. Let's just change the language around. Let's try to switch it and say, okay, love is unconditional in its expression. Love is not racist. Love doesn't discriminate. Love doesn't judge. Love is not special, going to make something more valuable or worthy than another. Love is going to be fair. Love is going to be just. So that whole justice is blind, love is blind thing, let's just be a little more clear about what we're saying. Because how would that work in your actual relationship? If love is blind, that means love is appreciation. That means whether you make food for me tonight, I'm going to love you and appreciate you. Or whether you don't make food for me tonight, I'm going to love you and appreciate you, right? Not going to be like, oh, you didn't make food tonight, so, screw you. That's not love. Because if I recognize that you're doing what you want to do and you don't want to cook tonight, or don't want to cook for me, even if you cook for yourself, you don't owe me anything, right? You don't owe anybody else. Then I can say, wow, you did what you wanted to do. I'm grateful. And as a loving being myself, who's going to take care of myself, I'm going to make sure that I have something to eat too, regardless of if you make it or not. So how does that work in your relationship? Meaning love, means you are going to always express appreciation, regardless of how you feel. That's how that would work. But thank you for those statements, Charles.
Hey, we do have a lot of comments out here, so let me try to get to some of them. It's a lot. I'm gonna let you read it, Naeem. Well, I'll read it.
Let's
Yeah, I got a little bit back feet on
Before I
this.
go blind, Charles.
Yeah,
I love doctor. I don't want to go blind.
here we go. I'm gonna put him out there. You got it. Hold on, here we go.
All right. Izzy says, hello, Mary Spells Wagner. Thanks for tuning in. Izzy says, okay, Chuck, break it down. It must be when you was talking about the facts of. Hey, fam, Kendra. Hey, hi, Kendra. Izzy says, Kendra's in the house with a heart. Hi, Izzy. I feel like I'm having a comment. I need to change my voices. Kendra says, never letting go sounds like a stalker. I was going to say that. Thank you for saying that, Kendra, because that's what I meant. Like police report, order of protection, all that. Let go. Love is actually able to let go, y'all. Izzy says, Naeem, you are funny. Izzy says, yes, you can be loved by many and not know it, right? That whole thing about being loved makes you not be alone. Thank you for saying that, Izzy, because, yeah, you may not know you're loved. And a lot of people who commit suicide, what happens is the family comes back, and usually there's a suicide note that goes something like, oh, no one loved me, no one cared about me, I feel so bad, I'm just a drain, nobody cares about me, I'm not good enough. And they leave the note, which is ridden with guilt, and they commit suicide. And everyone's like, what? We loved them so much. What happened? They just didn't see it. They didn't receive it. And that's what happens when you want to be special, when you're trying to have one special person that you want to receive all your love from. That's dangerous because love is not limited. All right. It's not limited to one person, one form, one relationship, one vehicle, one style, one anything, one container, one vehicle. Like there's so many ways to receive love. So many ways to receive appreciation, to give appreciation. Here's an exercise for everybody when you continue on in your evening and in your week. When you see somebody, whether you know them or not, appreciate something about them, compliment them, you know, say, hey, I like your hat, like your smile, like your style. Give them a compliment. Even someone you already know, you talk to every day, give them a compliment. There's something you like about them, or you wouldn't be talking to them all the time, or maybe you would. But even if you don't like them, find a way to compliment them and give them some appreciation, because love is appreciation and it's free. Nobody is going to argue, oh, you giving me too much appreciation. No, stop. I'm going to call the police. Oh, no, so much amazing things you're saying about me. It's not what's going to happen. You're safe. Only rule is, here's the only rule, I'm giving 3 seconds for dramatic effect. Make sure it's sincere. Okay, I shouldn't have to say that, but don't be like, I like your hair. I'm bald. Oh, well, I like what your comment earlier on the show. I never made a comment. Oh, well, I like that you're listening to what I'm saying right now, not listening to, you know what I mean? Like, make sure it's sincere, something that you actually find to genuinely compliment them about.
But you know, nowadays, now if you say that to people, they think something's wrong with you. What's the matter with him? Something wrong. You know, he's trying to set me up. You know, it's like the society is so messed up now with this. Now, if you go say hi to somebody, they swear you either trying to talk to them, or you trying to set them up, or just something ain't right. You know, he looks. I don't know. I don't trust it. You know, stuff like that. So, but that's awesome. You know, and that's hey, that's how it should be. But again, these damn times are totally different. So,
well, you know why? Because that's human nature, Charles. Xenophobia, being afraid of anything different, anything new, anybody that you're not used to, you know, seeing, talking to, smiling at you. Oh, what do they want? Well, how you tell them smiling? I'm wearing a mask, right? I can see it in your eyes. You got me smiling, you know. By the way, you can tell a more genuine smile from the eyes, right? Because the eyes smile, and if the eyes aren't smiling, somebody, you know, it's not a real smile. It's not sincere. But yeah, that's why I said start with people you know. Compliment somebody. Say, you know, I really like your playlist. Mm-hmm. You know, on Spotify, whatever it is, just compliment somebody.
Hey, what's up, Taymu? Thanks for tuning in, brother. That's my brother from another. Hey, man, it was great seeing you. Can't wait to see you again. Coming up, I think you said April, so I'll be looking out for you. So we got to do what we do. Go out and grab a bite. You know how we do. So Shout out to Temu, always supporting. Appreciate you, brother. Always doing great things in the community and beyond. We got Kendra. She says, "Hey, Temu." Also, Izzy says, "What's up?" And Temu comes back and says, "I just told a young lady to keep smiling because her smile was beautiful to see." And that's great, Temu. But let's be honest. What did she say? Did she smile or how did she react? That's what I would like to know. So hit me with that one. And
good for you, Temu. You know, keep doing that. If that was genuine, keep doing it. We need more. Like, it doesn't feel good to offer a genuine compliment. It don't matter how people. If you were only doing it based on how they respond, you wouldn't be being sincere. You would just be, making a transactional statement. I'm only gonna say this if she actually keeps smiling, right? If she stops smiling, like, you know what, take it back. I don't like your face now. Take it back. Take it back.
And Fatima says, "True suspicious folks." That's true. And she also says, "Yes, I smile with my eyes." All right. And she also says it's National Cheesesteak Day. I don't eat beef, but I'll take a chicken cheesesteak any day. You know that. And
you're in Philly. You're in Philly, Fatima. Is that what's going on?
Yeah, well, she's in Delaware, but yeah, she's Maryland. I think she's in Maryland, but she's from the PA area, from Chester area, so she knows what's up with that. And then Rose says exactly. So I guess she was talking about I said how people act. And then we got Temu. She said thank you and I will, but the crazy part is she was Caucasian. Okay, well that's cool. Ain't nothing crazy about that.
Yeah, that don't have to be crazy, Temu. It could be.
Right. And Kendra says, people are paranoid, but nothing changes it if nothing changes. Exactly. It's up to us to spread the love one person at a time. Exactly. And I agree with you. And I do it all the time, Kendra. Hold the doors open. Chivalries, I always do. I've always been like that all my life. So always say hello, always hold the doors, or whatever. I buy next person to back me, I buy their coffee or whatever they're going to get, or the meal. So again, this is stuff that I do. I don't talk about it, I just do it. So again, we have to keep showing that love, and hopefully the whole world will catch on. And Fatima says, right, I'm in Maryland. I guess she meant I want a real cheesesteak. Oh, okay, I got you, Fatima. Yeah, hey, come on back down. Probably Delaware hook you up. They got some nice spots here in Delaware. We can turn you on to. And she says she's mad. Okay. All right.
Maybe that was the correction for the other statement. I'm mad. I want a real cheesesteak.
Yeah. And Temu says, yes, you do, Chuck. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're going to keep doing it, man. We're going to keep trying to change the narrative here. Keep it positive. Keep it motivating. Keep it uplifting. So again, this is what we're going to do. So this is my mission. So I encourage everyone on this feed to tell you what, tomorrow, this is what we're going to do. And we're going to come back next week and we'll talk about it. I want everyone tomorrow to at least tell someone they look nice. I mean it, of course. Hold the door for them, make someone else smile, or just do something nice in general. And we'll come back next week and see how that worked out for you.
I love it. I received that. Thank you, Chuck. Yes. And thank you all for your comments and questions, by the way. There was something in the back here. HT said, I appreciate that way of looking at it earlier. And she also says, when you feel good, everybody benefits. Exactly. Everybody benefits. Nobody's feeling good going out here trying to attack or assail someone else, or up in their feelings about what somebody did to them, feeling like a victim. When you feel good, you don't feel like a victim. You feel empowered. You feel like a creator. Fatima says, everybody heard you say I got you. Yes, my correction. I absolutely love being loving. I get so filled up from it. Yes. Which means you love being appreciative and appreciating. You love being sincere. You love trusting. You love communicating. You love being free. Just more ways of saying the same thing. I love being loving. Yeah. It serves you. It lowers our blood pressure, helps our food digest. It strengthens our immune system to be loving, to be appreciative. So what I'm saying, what Charles is saying, It's for your good health. Remember, feel good talk is not just about what we talking. It's about literally feeling good, all aspects of your life, mind, body, soul.
That's
And
right. There you go. And again, you burnt you use more muscles in your face to frown than you do to smile. So just to
what you
throw that
talking?
out there.
Yeah.
Got
Timu
one more
says,
comment from Temu. He says, I remember I was over some village and I went up to a young boy who was a killer in the streets, and I gave him a hug and told him I love him. His response was he can't remember the last time someone gave him a hug. Hey, that's true, brother. A lot of people, they don't get that. It's not normal. Like I always tell people, you don't know what you don't know. You know what I'm saying? So you can never say, why did this person do this? Why are they acting like this? You don't know their whole situation. You don't know where they come from or their background or anything like that. So the only thing we can do is just like you did, brother. You went up to him, you gave him a hug, just show people love out there. That's what it's about. We got Fatima, she's saying, it's such a wonderful feeling. It surely does serve me and them. Spoiling someone or pulling a smile out of them is like, yes, I got it. Exactly. So again, man, hey, let's keep it rolling. And we're gonna come back with a report next week, hopefully. And I want to
yeah.
see what happened. I want to see if y'all really took this to heart or not.
Beautiful, beautiful stories and comments, Temu and Fatima, on both of that. I mean, that's very moving. That again, he hasn't. They don't remember the last time he received a hug. Human beings actually, it's a noticeable effect when a human being is not getting loving physical affection. Right? There's a study that I'm not going to go into about how they did this denial of affection on babies, and half the babies that they didn't physically touch died. And so clearly it's a need. It's something that we need in order to be balanced. And why would that stop when we're adults? Why would we not continue to, of course, desire and need that and welcome loving physical affection? Right? So thank you for doing that, Temu, and thank you for your comment, Fatima, also pulling.
Yeah, and I commend you on that too, Temu, because you actually took a chance, brother, because you never know. You could have hugged him and it could have went south. You know what I mean? So
Like, why are you trying to hold me down? Why
right.
right.
So for you to even take that step, brother, I commend you on that, because it takes, a hell of a judgment call to make that decision. So, that was you really went out on a limb for that. That's awesome. And hold on, we got some more comments out here. We got Fatima. She says, I'm familiar with the study. Okay, she's talking about the study you were just talking about, Naeem. And Izzy Meditate said, I showed someone love once, gave them a comment, and soon after they passed. I'm so glad I had the opportunity to tell them how I felt. And that's great too. Hey, Izzy, that's so true. A lot of times you'll hear people say, well, I didn't even get a chance to tell that person I love them, and then they passed on and they had ample time. They had many opportunities to. So that's why I said we have to exercise this love. We have to go out there and get these people, that sincere love, and let them know, because you never know. Life is short. You never know when you're going to pass or when you're going to go. So that is definitely true. It actually lowers the lifespan to not be loved. Yep, that is true.
Behind
thanks, Kendra. Andretti Gale says, thanks as always to you both. Always good stuff here, Naeem. Join with you, Charles, with changing the narrative and extending love and compliments. Just smiling at folks, even with masks on, etc. Love that you also mentioned opening the doors again, Charles. Laugh out loud. That's right. I'm always opening doors. So I got a lot of doors open. I forgot. I got to go back to Harlem and open up some doors. We didn't get a chance to. So
I've been stuck in here so many months just because you haven't got the door open for me, Charles.
Yeah. And Temu says, wow. Hey, thanks for the comments, y'all. We appreciate y'all definitely here at Love One. Hold on, wait a minute. We got Kendra. She pops up again. She says, yes, they actually hire people to hold abandoned babies for that. Yep. We talked about that, Kendra. That is true. That's sad, man. But again, hey, love everybody while they're here, man. That goes a long way and is inexpensive.
How about that? It's the truth. Everybody's I appreciate what everybody's saying here. And another thing about that assignment, try general and specific appreciation. When you appreciate someone that you don't know, say something general like, thank you very much for, thank you, that's general, or I appreciate you, that's general. Or say something specific like, thank you for calling me earlier, thank you for your text, thanks for checking on me. I appreciate your outlook. I appreciate your feedback on that we were talking about. Appreciate you making me laugh. Thank you for making my day. Be specific. Try both ways, right? Because just saying thank you, you can get, it's not that it's not genuine, but I mean, we literally have thank you, please come again written on takeout bags and stuff. But how about thank you, I really enjoyed you coming, and I really enjoyed breaking bread with you, and that story you told me about, your old job and how you, started your own business or whatever it may be specific with the people you talk to this week about what you're thanking them for. Be specific.
I'm gonna come back with my report, and I'm definitely gonna let y'all know the rundown, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and let you know exactly what happened. As I opened that door and they didn't say thank you, as I said hello, and they looked at me like I was crazy and thought I was gonna rob them. So again, there's a lot of things that my report is gonna be thorough. I'm gonna come back with one, but we got to continue to do this. This is a marathon. This is not a a quick run or quick jump start or whatever. And with that note, I have a new commercial by the A Game, and it talks about a marathon. So we're going to go to commercial, and we're going to come right back. Here it is, the A Game.
This is A Game. Fast acting, long lasting, with no side effects.
All right. There it is. I thought that was fitting, so we put that in there, and that's another new commercial. We got about 7 of them here, so we wanted to introduce that one tonight. And Naeem, you were the first. This is the first on the first show to introduce that commercial. So shout out to you, brother. Salute. So again, I got free samples. Give me a call, 302-723-2836. Let me know if you want your free sample of the A Game. I will get it out to you. Again, it's great for your vitality, libido, strength, and energy. It also has 21 natural herbs, and it's great for your immune system as well. So we definitely need that at a time like this. So thank you, brother.
Thank you.
We got one more comment out there. Let me see what we're talking about. Okay, here go Taymu. He comes back. Got a couple of comments, actually. Chuck, I love you, bro, but I'm going to say it so everybody in the back can hear me. Chuck, I love you. Hey, man, I love you too, Taymu. Appreciate you, man. Always did. We grew up, again, that's my man. So, again, we always have a great time, and we're family, basically. We grew up together. So, again, man, I love you too, and I can't wait till you get back next month. We're going to rock out. And we got Fatima. She says, salute, laugh out loud, laughing my butt off. Okay, cool. I guess she's laughing at my salute to you because of the new commercial. But how did you like that new commercial, anybody? We had the one earlier, and we had the little marathon there. I thought that was, appropriate for that. Okay, I got you. Just let me know how you guys like that one.
I love all the new energy, bringing the newness in here. And for the first time, Truce, I must be so special. I wanted to say one more thing before we go is balance has to be fought for. And by balance, I mean love, I mean health, and all that stuff that we like. Because the natural state is disorder, the natural state is imbalance. That's the natural state of things. So if you want your relationship to continue to run smoothly and to be healthy, then these are the tools you use. Appreciation, right? Like Izzy said, being able to tell that person her appreciation, give them love before they pass. The very next day, we never know. One of these days is going to be our day, and one of these days is going to be the day of someone you know and that you love. So why don't you treat each day? Here's the idea: treat each day as if it's that day, and stop holding your tongue and for appreciation. When it's attack and judgment, you definitely hold your tongue, but not for appreciation. And what would it be like if we would really share with people what was truly on our hearts that we've been meaning to say? You know, we may feel foolish for saying because, oh, they should already know this, or, you know, I express it all the time in my actions and they know that I love them and appreciate them, but you still say it. What could it hurt, right? Who knows? It could make their day, right? You don't know.
That's right. Hey, you know, I used to have problems saying I love you, believe it or not. When I was younger, I don't know why. I mean, when I was coming up, it wasn't really expressed like that in the household, like I love you. But I mean, you knew, you know, everyone loved each other. But at the same time, I had problems like actually saying it. And I felt kind of funny saying it, but eventually, you know, I grew into saying it. And you know, is a great thing because, you know, it's how I truly feel about someone. You know what I mean? Like, it's not, you know, I'm like trying to hide the word, you know, but is it the truth? You know what I mean? So again, I mean, I used to have big time trouble expressing myself or saying that. That was crazy, but that's real. But I mean, I would express it, but I couldn't say it for some reason. I'm like,
You're not alone.
You know, and it shouldn't even be like that.
It shouldn't really be like that, and it is, and you're not alone in that. And a lot of people find those words very scary to say, especially being the first one to say it if you're in some kind of romantic relationship, or even, you know, just saying it in general, or saying it to your friends or whatnot, or guys saying it to guys. That's why Tamu saying I love you and giving the guy a hug. It's like you don't know how somebody's going to interpret that, like how much trauma they've been through around it. That's fighting words to them. If the last person that said I love you was the one who put some scar on their body somewhere, you don't know, and it could very well be that case. And so we are all traumatized around the word love. Let me just say it like that. Not love, not real love, but the word itself, because it has so many things in our life experience that we like. Oh well, I mean, yeah, you know. The person who held me when I was a baby said that, and it was great. But then the other person who, you know, who I called baby, said it to me, and they was on some other stuff though after a while, and that was not nice. That was not fun. That was not good. And now you're like, you know, so you had two very different experiences with the word love, with someone who actually loved and nurtured you, and someone who you might have had some conflict with, very deep conflict with.
Hey, you know what, Naeem, and you know, and that's something, because I'm glad we are talking about this, because when I was coming up, of course, love was one of those words that no one really knew the meaning of. You know, it was just like, I love you, I got to be around you so much to love you. If you know, it was just all of this and all of these I guess rules and regulations to loving somebody. So it's like, I mean, you know, so I really appreciate, you know, the universal principle of love, because I never talked about the universal principles of love until I met you. So again, I appreciate you sharing, you know, your work. And now, you know what, it makes me understand now, you know, except like you said, everybody was worrying about that word for some reason. And it was the word itself. It wasn't really what the word meant. It was just the word itself. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people are just confused about love. So again, you know, shout out to you for that, and kudos go to you. We definitely got some more comments out there. And Fatima says, salute like a soldier. I'm so terrible. A game. That's right, Fatima. If you know anybody need that A game, let us know. We got yes. And Tamu says, which is better to y'all, for someone to keep saying they love you, or someone constantly showing you they love you? That's a good question, Tamu.
Good question. What does everybody think about that?
That's a good one. We're gonna let somebody else in the audience say answer that one. Anybody got something for that one? We're gonna come back to that one, Tamu. We're gonna come right back because we just got straight comments here. Izzy says, I tell people I love them and mean it, and it freaks them out. Well, Izzy, they're not used to it. Like I said, society has rules with love. So if you don't know them, you know, they say you can't love someone because you don't know them. So again, you know, it is what it is. But if you love them, you love them. There ain't nothing nothing they can do about it. Kendra says hi, and Andrea McIntosh, and she says hello, Kendra Moore. What's going on, ladies? Thank y'all for tuning in. We definitely appreciate it. So we're going to get back to Temu's question. And he says, which is better to y'all, for someone to keep saying they love you or someone constantly showing they love you? Anybody got anything out there for us? I know it's a delay, like we said earlier. So we'll give you some time with that.
And isn't it interesting that the ways we show that we love, we really don't have a problem expressing those specific ways. Like, let's say you made some food for somebody. That's the way that you expressed your love in that moment. You fed them. You don't be like, all right, you give them the food. Like, let's say it's food right here. It's like, here you go, Charles. And the food was like, okay. But then I'm like, imagine if I had as much trouble saying I love you as I had saying, here's some food for you, Charles. I'm like, so you're like, Naeem. So just play along with me. So ask me, like, Charles, I have something for you here. So just ask me what it is.
Hey, like, what is it? What you have for me, Naeem?
I mean, I made it from my heart. I made it with love. I made it with a lot of love just for you to have.
Okay. Well, what is it?
It's an expression of my love as a brother, because you're my brother, and I know you have to eat and stuff, and I want to contribute to your well-being, your health. It's healthy, all kind of herbs and spices, sprinkle a little A-game powder in there. It's good. Just here you go. Take it.
I take it. Come on, give it here. I take it. Let me see what you got.
Okay, here. but I never said what it is. I'm like, here's some food, Charles. Like, I can't say that because it's too hard to say. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
You're doing it, but you can't say what you're doing. It's like, no, just take it. Here, just take it. What is it? No, so don't ask. Just take it.
I got you. Hey, we got some interesting comments out here. First we'll get into the hellos. We got wait a minute. Izzy says, hey, Karen Dixon Brown. And then we got this interesting comment. Fatima says, depends on the love language. Oh,
want to wait till the end to get into that?
Yeah, wait to get at it. Yeah, wait to get that one. Hey, Fatima, stay on the line. We got something for you for that one. And Dreddy Gale says, people can say it and not mean it, and not say it and feel it. Interesting. Kendra says, I agree. And Fatima also says, it's weird. Some people don't recognize when someone is loving towards them.
That's true.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Temu says truth, and Izzy also says yes. Now, we got two questions we got to get back to, Naeem. We have, which one you want to hit first?
Whichever one was first.
All right, we're going to go to Temu again, because Temu said he was first. So he says, which is better for y'all, to someone saying they love you or someone constantly showing you they love you?
So go back to Dreddy Gal's comment in response to this.
Dreddy Gal, let's see. Okay, she says, people can say it and not mean it, and not say it and feel it.
So, so you cannot say I love you and feel it and mean it. And you can say it and not mean it. And you can say it and mean it, And so it's like, just because someone's saying it doesn't necessarily mean that they mean it.
Right.
And just because someone's not saying it doesn't mean that they mean it. It doesn't mean that you don't feel it as well. Right. So it's, is it more important that you, because also someone can constantly express love to you and you not, because we had a comment like that too, and you also not recognize. So it's about the recognition, everyone. It's about you recognizing what love is and what love is not. Because here's a quick quiz. You don't have to even type the answer in. It's really easy. If someone is being judgmental towards you, are they expressing love? Yes or no? If someone is appreciating you, are they expressing love? Yes or no? If someone is guilt tripping you, are they expressing love? Yes or no? If someone is being honest and truthful with you, are they expressing love? Right? Being sincere with you. So if you recognize what it is, then you'll know when someone's expressing it that that's what it is, instead of just saying, oh, they're saying the words I love you. But you could, here's a depressing fact real quick. Do you know what the most common question that people ask Siri, the iPhone AI app is? You know the most common question that's asked?
What is love?
And that would be nice, but like I said, it's depressing, Charles. Here it is. The most
Okay.
common, most popular all time question that people ask their phones is Siri, do you love me?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What does Siri say back? I'm very interested in knowing that because she answers everything. So I'm just curious what she says.
Well, it'd be like, for the upgrade and Apple Plus, I can love you, your name, you didn't tell me to say that. Is what is love? She'll probably say some, because what if she said yes? Like then what? Like how can the company be liable for that? Like their software loves you now,
Right,
so
right.
how come I have to keep paying insurance and fees and upgrades for these phones? My Siri said she loved me, so I should get the phone for free. So anyway, I don't know what it says, and I'm not asking because I don't receive.
That's kind of weird, computer asks saying they love you. They don't, I don't know. Anyway, let's see. Wait, we got a whole lot of comments here, man. Okay, let's see. We got Izzy. She says, "Oh man," Fatima says, "the love language." So we're gonna get on that in a minute. Fatima, you ain't off the hook yet. We can get on you on that one. Izzy Meditate says, "Hey there, I slid in late. I'm sorry, Karen. Izzy Meditates. I slid in here late. We'll watch the replay. Hey, thanks, Karen. Appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. Izzy says, "Oh, okay." She already says that. She says, "Oh man," Fatima said that phrase, "love language." Take it easy on her, Naeem. He said, "Nah." Fatima says, "No, yes, no, yes." She was answering the question about, I think the last comment that we talked about. And Kendra Moore, "I am sipping on my tea, girl, just waiting for this one." And that is sad. I guess she's talking about Siri. Kendra's laughing with a whole bunch of laughing emojis. And what's up, Caller Tune? How you doing? Thanks for tuning in. No pun intended. Thank you. Yes. So again, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. So let's see. Did we answered Temu? Am I correct? Or we didn't answer?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, and I'm gonna answer him too. I'd rather them show it than to say it, like you said, because you can feel it. If you're not receive, I can receive. I know when to receive it. I can feel it from that. I get the energy from you. I know when someone, love. I'm loving someone's giving me love. I also know when it's fake. Because a lot of people, it's a trend now. Hey, I love you, man. They say it a lot now, so I hear it a lot. Being used, and then like I said, I'd rather feel it than hear it. And I guess we'll get back to how to find it now. Fatima says something about the love language. I guess we'll just get right into it.
Fatima, am I getting that right? Because I remember that.
Fatima, that's her name. If you know her from Chester, it's Fatima.
Fatima, right? I remember we went over this before.
That's if you know her from from Chester. So because a lot of people say her name wrong. All right. So we're gonna talk about the love language, I guess. But I'll let Naeem do that.
All right. So she mentioned it depends on a love language. So the question is, what is a love language, and is it a universal principle? So let's go through the 5. I may not recall all 5, but it's basically the idea that these things here are expressions of love: acts of service, quality time, gifts, words of affirmation, and physical touch. I remembered them. Wow. Physical touch and, affects physical touch. So now this has been a popular thing that we've used as a conversation piece. And as a conversation piece, it's cool. It's like, hey, I like physical touch. I like quality time, whatever. The thing is, are those things love? Meaning, is time spent with someone, meaning time itself, or physical touch itself, is it love? Is it appreciation? Is it communication? Is it trust? Is it these things? Now, you can say that, yes, I can express appreciation through my time that I share with you or my touch, if it's welcome. But it doesn't mean that that's going to happen in every situation. Well, let me ask you, is someone sharing time with you, are you always going to feel the same way about it in every situation, every time? I mean, say you're trying to have a spa day, you're trying to be in the bathtub. It's like, well, I know it's time spent, so let me just post up in the bathroom next to you and we spend time in here together. And you're trying to have, your time to yourself. Is that, even if that person is someone that you usually enjoy spending time with, maybe in that moment you may not want to. Does that mean just because you don't want to spend time with them while you're trying to have your private solo bubble bath that you don't love them? No, you still appreciate them. You still honor their freedom. You still communicate, trust, sincere with them. The thing is, if you don't have the same response, the same effect every single time in every situation, it's not a universal principle. And that answers our second question. So therefore, the 5 love languages should really be called the 5 like languages, because it's not that you love physical touch, because that means you would love it from everybody in every situation, every time, every part of your body, all the time. And a lot of people will say, well, you know what we mean, it's like, no, I don't know what you mean. You're saying your love language is physical touch. So that means when I meet you, then I can just physically touch you anywhere in your body at any time. And that you told me it was love, your love language, and that's how you receive love, and that's how you express love. So what if it's done in a way that you don't find appropriate, in a way that's not welcome?
Right.
Is it now? It's now assault, maybe sexual assault. And therefore, if it's not always sexual assault and not always love and welcome, then it's not love. That's all. It's not a universal principle. Love is always the same in every situation, every time. And I'm being technical because this is something that's worth being technical about. You can't afford to get it wrong when it comes to things like this, especially physical touch. I mean, I picked that one because
that's right. 6 o'clock news. Go ahead.
A lot of people get in trouble with that. And you think that just because it was welcome in one moment, it is welcome in the next, even among the same person, with the same person, not necessarily the case. And so I just wanted to clarify that the 5 love languages, it's a good idea. It's a good conversation piece. But for those of us who are thinking a little deeper, let's look at it for what it is. It's the 5 like languages. I like receiving gifts. I like giving words of affirmation to some people sometimes. I like when certain people share time with me. Like I like when you guys are sharing time with us right now. If you didn't share time with us during Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern, does that mean I'm gonna not like you or love you anymore? No. It's just something that I like and something that we all like. We're here and we're free to do it and we're free not to. And because it's love, that means if you don't show up, then there's no love lost. Like our feelings and our relationship doesn't get threatened just because, you didn't comment, you didn't, come through and ask questions or whatever. We're all free here. And if it doesn't feel good, like we're here, feel good talk, then don't do it. Because as HT said, everybody benefits when you feel good.
That's right. And we got some comments out there. And I'm going to get right to this one here, though. It says, no, those things don't always mean love, but some folks appreciate and respond well to some of them in particularly. So she was talking about the love languages. And then she also says, I like that explanation because you broke it down, Naeem. You know what I'm saying? And then she says, my language is particular for a particular person. That is very enlightening.
Leave that one up for a moment. Thank you, Fatimala. Because yes, your language and expression and like is particular to and from a particular person at a particular time. That part too. Remember that at a particular time. While you're trying, you may not necessarily receive somebody's quality time while you're trying to focus on your job or focus on someone else or focus on something else or sleep. They're like, Fatimala, you waking up like, what? It's quality time. I'm trying to sleep. But your love language is quality time and I'm here to spend time with you. You know what I mean? You may not welcome it. So I'm just saying, particular time as well. Remember that. But go ahead.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
It was.
Hey, for those of y'all that don't know, you can catch us on LinkedIn at Feel Good Talk, Facebook at Feel Good Talk, YouTube at FGT Mind, Body, Soul, and Business. Shout out to all our YouTubers out there. We're definitely getting a lot of play on that side. So definitely, if you haven't, please go subscribe to FGT Mind, Body, Soul, and Business. Also on Instagram at Feel.GoodTalk. Check us out. We're around. And again, Amazon and also Amazon and also Roku, we're on there as well. And we'll be streaming live from there very soon. So when we're streaming live here, we'll be there as well. So, and they're up and running. So you go check us out on Amazon TV and also Roku TV. We got one more comment here as well. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Let's see. We got two comments actually. Fatima says, "Oh, I remember Laugh Aloud would go so Chester on their face." Oh, she's saying, I guess when they were trying to wake her up or something.
Gotta spend time with me. You're like,
Oh, that's funny as hell. And Kendra Moore, shout out to Kendra. She says, "Great show, guys. I appreciate you both. We appreciate you, Kendra." And man, this was a great show, man. But hey, don't forget tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Let's talk about it. Kendra and Izzy Meditates. Check out that show tomorrow. It's gonna be an awesome show at 7 p.m. here on Feel Good Talk, Mind, Body, Soul, and Business. Definitely check them out. And we got a new show coming up on Sunday. I'll expose that. I'll tell everybody about that probably on Friday. So a lot of things going on here, a lot of great things, a lot of great people. So thanks for tuning in. Anybody got anything before we get out of here? We'll start off with the people in the back room. Do you have anything that you would like to say before we leave out of here? And also the people that are tuning in.
Yeah, thank you all for joining, by the way. It's been a great show. Remember our assignment to express appreciation, perhaps in the form of a compliment, sincerely, to someone you know. And if you want to be bold, someone you don't know, come back with your stories and let us know how that went. And again, if it feels good, do it again. If it feels good, do it again. Keep doing it.
That's right. Keep it going. Keep that. Let's let this thing spread. Let's let the love spread because we need more of it. Got too much hate in this world. There's always something negative going on. So let's try to pump that positivity and get it rolling. Let's see what we got. We got another comment that just popped up. Okay. This is Izzy Meditate. She says, "Learn new things on every show." Hey, that's the goal, Izzy. Thank you. That's the goal. Try to teach. We want to learn from you guys as well. So all your comments definitely help us as well. And we definitely appreciate that. So believe me, we're learning from you guys as well. So keep the comments coming. So anything like you got, Naeem? What's up? Anything you got? Anything? I mean, like I said, we got that out there. Do something. Appreciate someone. We'll call appreciation. What's tomorrow? Thursday. Appreciation Thursday. And let us know what happened. Give us a story breakdown. You can do it all week long, and then come back Wednesday, 7 p.m. right here on Feel Good Talk, Love 101, and let us know what happened. The trials and tribulations you experience. Like I said, when you get those no's, and just keep it pumping. I guarantee you'll get more great stories than bad stories. Trust me. And that one time you might tell someone, "Hello, you look nice," or open that door for them, that might be the change. That might change their life forever. You never know. So,
never know.
Yep. Any last words, Naeem, before we get out of here, brother?
I'm gonna start early on my appreciation week and say thank you in advance, Charles, for sharing your stories next week with us here on Feel Good Talk about your appreciation week that happened. I appreciate that.
Hey, and I appreciate you too. I appreciate you sharing your stories for next week. And we're gonna have some interesting stories. I know we are. We're in different parts of of the United States. So I'm in Delaware, you're in New York. I gotta hear these New York stories. I'm pretty sure you want to hear the Delaware stories as well. And everybody out there, we got Fatima. Don't forget, you're in Maryland. We want to hear those stories. Izzy, you're in Virginia. Kendra, you're right here in Delaware. We want to hear all this, and everybody else that's from wherever, because I'm pretty sure we're going to get similar or different different types of stories. So we got Tay Moon, my brother from another. He says, yes, spread the love, because I hate that the negativity sells instead of positivity. And that's true. You can, Tay Moon, you know, we talk about it all the time. You can have something on here positive, you'll get so many views, but let somebody be on here talking about their mom or arguing, fussing and fighting, you'll get 400 or 500 views or more. So again, we definitely got to keep this thing going, keep the love going. We definitely need it in this world because it's not looking too good. So, all right, brother. Well, hey, man, this is our Feel Good Talk Love 101. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back here next week, same time, 7 p.m., right here on Feel Good Talk Love, Body, Soul, and Business. We'll see you next week. Peace.